I'm FD from Roll with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD, baby.
I'm rolling with FD.
And this is my co-host, Big Jon.
Hey YouTube, it's your boy Big Jon. Thank you for rolling with me and FD here on What's the Play.
We're here every week.
Big Jon, what's going on?
What's up? What's going on?
Talking sports, the hobby, pop culture, and much more.
Catch us every Tuesday night talking about sports, the sports car hobby, and current events. Go Bears.
Most of these teams that do not care about if they're winning ball games. They care enough about, are you interested in what they're doing?
Beckett probably going out of business or getting bought sooner.
I don't think Kawhi Leonard, if he comes back, he's going to end up going back out.
Dion, you don't got to like that he cocky, but he got a right to be.
Big Jon, if Jimmy Butler goes to the Bay, I'm on the ground and I'm not. And you all know we're going to bring on guests from the hobby and everywhere else that you want to hear from.
You have to be prepared for haters. You have to be prepared for people who don't like you.
I started opening my first packs in 1976.
I don't want to interrupt you, but while you're talking, I just got some background entertainment for you, but keep going.
What are you playing? Michael Jordan.
We got Junior in the house and we got Paxton in the house.
A lot of players got to find a way to win based on their own strengths.
What would we say is John Morant's strength?
Attacking the rim.
You know, small guards attack the rim, don't play long. This is the What's the Play podcast. Big Jon.
FD, how we doing?
I'm good. All right, first off, we can jump right into Michael Beasley said he'll bust the ass of Carmelo Anthony if they play one-on-one. What do you think?
I believe him.
I believe him. There you go. There you go. I believe him.
Like it sound outlandish said out loud.
Don't know. I don't think anybody wants to play Michael Beasley, bro.
Yeah, he said he bust D Rose too, and I was like, that's D Rose. Yeah, he probably was.
Right. His mid range is tight.
Yeah, and he still got gas.
You know, when he came out of college, I was very high on him. I love this game. So how have you been, man? How's your week going?
Man, it's going, man. We gearing up for the vacation next week.
Let's go vacate.
About to go get on cruise. You know,
Like Soul Train. Get on that cruise. Yeah.
trying to have some good times.
I
I'm mad I missed EC3 this weekend,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it's gonna be a good show.
Yes. I'm very positive it's gonna be a very good show. So what do you want to jump into?
What have you been up to this week?
Just working. I told Big Jon the other night we were talking that I've started a new eating program, and I'll share it with my people. So I'm having one meal a day. I'm drinking water or black coffee if I need a little pickup, and I'm having one meal a day at dinner, 1,500 calories. 5 days in. 5 in. Feel good, man. Yesterday, I got a little tired around 2 o'clock, but today I felt pretty good all day.
Yeah, interesting. You keep that up. Works for you. Yeah, I'm not happy.
And so also, so everybody knows, when I have my 1,500, my carbs are low. So it's a keto diet. Carbs are low. So I'm not having any of the favorites. No French fries, no mashed potatoes, no rice, no pasta, no bread. And then there are many things. So everything that I'm in the store, I'm looking on the back of something. I'm checking the back. What does this label say? And I've learned a lot.
Yeah, no, carbs are in everything.
Carbs are in everything. But there is keto bread. Let me say this. So carbs are in everything. I saw less sugar ice cream that was in the frozen case. And it had 1 gram of sugar on the front and on the back had like 26 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
And for those who love science, as soon as you eat carbs, especially simple carbs, your body within 15 minutes turns that into sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's how we gain weight, because your body starts storing. Where am I going to put the sugar? Where am I putting it at?
Nah, we gotta reduce some carbs in the house, but like I try to eat more fruit, try to eat more meat. Always try to have a veggie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just gotta cut out the drinks. That's where the
Yeah,
carbs.
the drinks have a lot. So I just been on water. That's what this is. You'll probably see me hit this. I've been drinking water all day, and I got an Essentia early this morning that I finished, and then now I'm on this. So I do drink some water the rest of the night. There are already differences, man. There are already changes in 5 days. Sometimes my skin is kind of irritated, that's starting to clear itself right out. Sleep better. I've already started to sleep better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But we got Brendan here. Brendan says, "Good evening, fellas. I refuse to give up rice." Brendan, I'm telling you. I moved from white rice to brown rice. Read the carbs on the back of brown rice.
No, see, I like brown rice. We tried years ago to do wheat pasta.
Yeah.
The regular pasta, can't do it.
We moved to oh man, what was it made out of? We moved to a protein dense pasta. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was made out of. We went to that recently, and that's probably still some here. Red beans and rice, it is good, and also the carbs that are in beans. Let's check the back of your packages, people. What's up,
everything that tastes good ain't good for you.
Big Jon? You're in the black screen. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on my camera.
Okay. Yeah, you say everything that tastes good ain't good for you?
Yeah.
True.
Take that info as you will.
That's right, as you will. And a lot of the stuff that tastes like you might want to spend some time with it. It's what it is. Where do you want to kick off at? Where do you want to start at? I want to make sure I'm using the graphics. Where we at?
Let's kick off with football. There's a lot going on. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. What? Go ahead and talk about it.
So I'm saying with a little yell so you hear that.
What? What? Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is married, apparently. He's been married for a few months, apparently, showing up the Steelers count with a ring on.
We don't want to be in people's business. Big Jon now, not nosy people. But can we see some pictures or meet the young lady or Otani now? And there's no comparison. There's no competition here. But a good example is that Otani, showed us his wife, and she's at games cheering. And can we see Aaron Rodgers' wife?
I don't really care. It's Aaron Rodgers.
I don't really either.
It's Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
You know what? I tell you the truth, and this is the exact truth. I told people at work 6 or 7 years ago. There was some people at work that were from the Green Bay area, and I said, "Well, don't be surprised if this dude pop up married." I kid you not.
Listen, your relationship is better when it's in private. Your relationship is better when it's in private.
Oh, it is. But so why mention it? This is the thing I never get with Aaron Rodgers. Why mention it?
I mean, everybody's seen the ring, so
why would a ring? Why would a ring to practice?
I mean, it's your wedding ring. Well, I can't talk
to practice.
But
yeah, I know. I used to play with guys that never wore a wedding ring to practice.
Yeah.
So he likes to dabble. To me, he likes to itch out there, and then let me fall back.
He got that LeBron in him. He gotta tease and be part of the news cycle some way without being part of the news. I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, he don't talk about being in caves anymore. Brendan said he likes your soundbite, man.
Yeah, we got a better mic. Hope I sound better out there.
Yeah, I think it adds a lot.
Upgrade. Episode 156. We got to upgrade. You know,
episode 156. Zerny says it's going to be a crazy season for us. Zerny, you can scrap it right now. This is not going to work.
And they're gonna finish 8-8, and Tomlin's probably gonna get fired.
Yeah, not gonna work. And Tomlin, I don't even think this dude's making decisions. Man.
Nah, it's Pittsburgh, so I would say he's making some decisions. He's in there.
You think he said, "I want Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback"? Went through the draft, assessed talent, sat down and talked to Shador and several others. I want Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback. And I'm going to wait on him to sign. I don't think he said that.
You gave a good point. I don't think. Well, listen, we'll see what happens. All right.
So let me throw something out here. I want to get
your roster don't look good though.
Who?
Either way, the offensive side of that roster don't look good.
No. Not at all. Hey, do you believe in this? Is a side note. Who's the kid out of Ole Miss that went to the Giants?
Dart.
Do you believe in that guy?
Nope.
That guy plays? Neither do I. So let me ask you. There are some people that do though, but not me. So let me ask you about Tyrese Haliburton. Who exactly is that guy? Who is that guy? And who would you compare his game to in the history of basketball that you've watched?
And Tyrese Haliburton is inconsistent, right?
Very.
He's very talented. He's very good. He's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna disagree with this?
I may not.
But he got a lot of Jason Kidd in him. Inconsistent. Your triple-double could be points, rebounds, and turnovers, or it could be points, assists, and rebounds. He's very passive, trying to set up his team, but he can get his when he goes out to getting his. He can get his.
Right? Yeah, Big Jon. I don't know if I disagree with that statement, Big Jon. I don't.
If I got to think about it, right? Jason Kidd was never the star, never the superstar, but he was a very competent point guard. You didn't mind him leading your team.
Yeah.
When you look at the team build, right?
Yeah.
Wings, you can oop it too. They can shoot. Like, gotta let Jason Kidd to him.
You're right, because Jason Kidd was billed as the guy that was going to come in and average 20, 25 a game.
Mm-hmm.
He showed that he's not that guy, but he can distribute the rock for you and make other people better. And every once in a while, he had this little mid-range that he'll pop off on you. So I can see that. But this is my thing, right? I feel like the NBA is shortchanging all of us by building this guy and marketing this guy as a superstar.
Well, what's the deal for the series? What's the marketing to get people to watch? Right? It's not a true underdog story where you got these are two evenly matched teams.
Mm-hmm.
You got one star in shape.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got, and everybody else is a emerging, could be potentially be star, whether it's J-Dub, whether it's Chet, whether it's Siakam or Haliburton.
Or Nembrandt, that he has
Nembhard.
good. Yeah, Nembhard. There you go.
He's good. So it's a lot. This is a team, but you can't really market the teams the way you would market the teams because it's the pacing, right? And I think if I was to market this, if I'm ESPN, I'm here, come watch basketball.
I agree.
Right? You have two teams, center of the country. Indiana with a deep basketball history from just Indiana as a state. Oklahoma, with what they've been through from being coming from Oklahoma, coming from Seattle, dealing with no Hart, no Russ, no KD. It's a new team, right? And both teams play the right way. They play hard on defense.
Yes.
They pass the ball. They pay for the guy. They pay for the front of the jersey, not the back of the jersey. Right? They both pay for team. Come watch basketball. Come watch some really good basketball.
Instead, they try to say, what's this guy's name? Haliburton.
Yeah, they didn't make him name.
And Shea is this. And then they got posters with both of them.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Again, Shea's a star that's not trying to be the me first superstar.
No.
It's ain't about me. It's about us. Haliburton is not a me first player.
No.
It's my team. Hey, listen. Brandon said that I missed. But that's what's missing. There's no LeBron. There's no Curry. There's no really big established name in these finals. And I guess you're trying to establish a name, right? You're hoping, if you're in the NBA, you're hoping coming out of here, Shea's your name or Haliburton's your name you can keep going with. But you don't have history to go out there like you had with last year with Boston, right? You don't got that deep, rich Boston championship history to prop up Tatum and Brown.
No. And then you had a very popular current player in Luka.
Right. You got the current star in Luka who's trying to make it so like just so much you can do, especially when you're uncreative. Right?
Brendan says he's got a ton of rookie cards. No matter how good he gets, it might be like the Shaq rookie card situation. Are you referring to Haliburton, Shea? Who are you referring to there?
I mean, who doesn't have a lot of rookie cards?
Everybody has a lot of variations.
Like,
Do you have, the key is try to get some low number variations.
even low numbered, man, they be the move that you're trying to get like 10 or less. Like, he got a show coming out.
The new show, Sign of Retirement. I don't know. I give Curry 3 years. I don't think he's retiring before he gets 30,000 points.
Yeah, I give him 3 years.
He's also saying he's not interested in a podcast, so he won't be doing that.
Interested in TV and producing shows.
Yeah, and he wants some front office work. I would think. I don't understand why players don't retire and start a production company where they can make content. And
I mean, they are now. Some have production companies now. While they actually playing, it's easier.
I know one person that was talking about stuff like this is Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, but I think when Kobe retired, he showed everybody the way. He showed them the blueprint.
Yep.
Especially if you're creative and you think in that lane and you've made those connections during your career.
True. Well, the man won an Oscar for coming up, creating the story and animating it.
But again, like,
you ever see that short film?
No, I didn't see it. I need to watch
it. It is super tight, man. You should check that out. It is nice.
I'm trying to. I mean, I think LeBron has his own production company now. That's why he's getting out the movies he's been doing.
Yeah. But LeBron's putting out House Party 2. I mean,
I mean, if we're gonna go there with just Hollywood in general, there's no new ideas. There's no true new ideas. In the new ideas, if it ain't coming from the establishment, they get poo-pooed on.
You are absolutely right. I was just talking about this with my family before I started tonight on here. You're absolutely right.
I was talking to my wife tonight. I was like, man, I don't know what's the reason they go to the movies for real besides me getting my popcorn buckets. because the last 3 big movies are all on Amazon and free right now. They only been out for like 2 months. Minecraft, Sinners,
Yeah.
The Accountant.
Yeah.
They're all.
And I saw The Accountant opening weekend.
Yeah.
That thing is.
I'm saying you could have saved your $40. Just waited 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And I thought years ago, man. I thought like 10 years ago, like, why? Well, with all this streaming and stuff going, why do we need to go to the movie theater?
Well, I need that Final Fantasy. I mean, Final Fantastic Four. I need the Fantastic Four Galactus popcorn bucket. I need that thing.
All right.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, pull that up. What does that look like? Brendan, I'm talking about the remake, not the original. I'm talking about the remake of House Party. Check that trailer out. Curry is a Hall of Famer shoe-in. What more than a ring is his motivation? I think he wants to get to 30,000 points. He's alluded to this. I think he still wants to play while he can play at a high level. And I think he wants ring number 5. You are correct, though, about nothing new under the sun. Absolutely. That is correct. Because what's the safe route? If you're trying to make an investment in something and you saw another film blow up, let's make something like it. But those who are coming up with original ideas are probably independent. And that's why a lot of the fresh ideas, like Sinners was an independent movie. It's an independent movie. And then the studio got behind it, threw some money on it. And just like back in the day, Blair Witch Project, that was an independent movie.
Mm-hmm.
They Spielberg came in, threw some money on it, changed the ending. You should watch the original ending. Doesn't hit the same.
All right, here go this popcorn bucket.
Oh dang! Is it gonna cost? Is it gonna cost $80 at the movie theater?
I don't know. It might.
I gotta go open tonight now. See if I can find this thing. It's at AMC. I gotta go open tonight. See if I can find this thing. When does this movie come out?
A couple weeks.
Let me look. I hope it's good, man. Please don't be.
I hope it's good. No, I need that in my life.
July 25th. We got 2 weeks.
June 25th or July?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. July 25th. We got a month and a half.
Come on. But even Warner Brothers said that they're gonna come out with a Sinners 2, even though Ryan Coogler said he has no plans on doing a Sinners 2. So they want to make a Sinners cinematic universe.
Yeah, that's why they paid him the money to control the movie, but he has lifelong rights. Yeah, they want to cash in on this. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what they do, and that's why everything they do is start and stop.
Mm-hmm.
They go off movies because they're trying to cash in without having the longevity, thought process.
You know what would be bomb? If you did a Sinners prequel with Smoke and Stack in Chicago handling that business.
No, that's what they said. They put the whole timeline out with the prequels.
Oh, that's hitting to me. I gotta be
But that sounds good. But why? Right?
Oh, because of the money. Because you cash in.
No, isn't there nothing to cash in for 3 years down the line? Nobody looking to see that.
Well, just like sports, right? Harold Miner was Baby Jordan.
Yeah.
Why we messing with?
Just like the card market now, right?
Yeah.
You're going to the card market. Everything is sell now. It's moving. It's liquid.
Yes, liquid.
But then you know who has the patience to wait 20 years?
We talk about this. Yeah. Who has the patience to stack, kick back, and chill? Mm-hmm. Make your first decision on how you ascertain that buy of what you thought about it or your due diligence, your strategy, your sound, I'm gonna stack. Sit back and chill.
Again,
Watch these players develop. Nope.
again, like you got to have an exit strategy of some of your cards, right? Especially if it's non-PC cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm looking to buy, and I'm okay. Picking up this lot. I want to grade a couple of these. I'm gonna put a couple of these in the dollar box for October. Like I am thinking purchase, why of the purchase, and the what and the when. Like this is a purchase it. I want to get this. I'm gonna get this to PSA and hopefully get it back by then by October. So I'm ready, prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Picked up Angel Reese lot. These with some
Okay.
crunch, kaleidoscope, grew some nice little inserts of her. Blue velocity, another image variation.
Now, did you buy those online at a show?
I bought these online. I bought a lot. I bought a lot.
Very nice.
I bought a lot. But with the strategy is like look them over, go and grade a couple, and let's just see how she does for the end of the year.
Brendan asked a good question. Why is no one making full-length feature films on YouTube?
Oh, because nobody is going to watch a full-length feature film on YouTube. That's why. Brendan, I don't know if you remember last week, right? I noticed that me and FD do probably the longest form of content on a hobby and sports. We do 2 to 3 hours. Everybody else podcast that I listen to 45 minutes to an hour and 15. Some even 20 minutes.
But let me ask you this. What are they talking about?
Same old.
What's the subject matter?
Oh, just cards.
If you and I talked about only cards, we'll probably be here 30, 40 minutes.
But I also think some people trying to capitalize on attention spans.
That's true. You can cut it and slice it though, but that's true. Yeah.
So, it's a commitment to go watch a 3 hour, go to the movies and watch a 3 hour movies and put your phone down.
It
That's
is.
just commitment.
It is.
To focus.
But let me ask you this. Why do you think more people in the hobby don't talk sports?
They don't know sports.
Why not? Somebody out there has to. There has to be some people out there. Why not?
Listen, people know statistics. They may know betting line, right? But a lot of people don't know what actually they seeing when they watching sports from a technical standpoint.
Absolutely.
Even people that played sports.
Yep.
As me and you both played sports, and we see stuff when we watch like, that's a record I ain't never seen before. Like when I watch basketball,
Yeah.
I know the momentum. I understand momentum shifts. This ain't over.
Yes.
This is it. Okay. Go ahead. So.
And when I watch football, I watch the offensive defensive line.
Yep.
That's where I'm focused at pretty much the whole game. Everything's off of that. I know if it's going to be a quick pass, a long pass, if it's going to be a run, by how they're blocking, kind of what's going on. If their running back's going to get involved, if the tight end's going to chip, or what the deal is.
Brendan, what's that Adam Sandler movie with him and KG, the Gems movie?
Yeah. With Anthony Edwards in it?
No, that's the basketball.
Oh, you know,
the other one, him and KG. There should be a hobby type movie like that, especially now you got Fanatic Live and they doing it. Like there's opportunities, and again, it's about nothing new, right? But there's opportunity to do Ocean's level theft type of movies around the hobby, because you can't just do a movie focused on father son collecting. There's no drama to that. right? What's the drama to that? Dad is addicted to collecting, and he
Or
hits
dad was a collector and he got sick.
he hits a big card, $1 million card to get him out after all the debt he's been in. There's something to that, but that's your regular BMF type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, Stanley movie's good. I know Stanley was doing a movie about the hobby or something different. But there's elements of new stuff you can add. You can do it.
Jordan said that's what Jason Cardboard does.
Oh, Jason's Cardboard. They're excellent. But again, Jason's Cardboard is something I have to commit to watch and not listen to. Like that's how I take time to commit to actually watch their YouTube because they're excellent going through collections.
And I've had Ty on.
Mhm.
I told him their production value. You would think this is a show ran by a History Network or something.
Yeah,
their production value is extremely high.
Yeah, you think it was on Netflix or History Channel?
Yeah. And now they let that collector tell their story.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're talking cars, but the story is always up front. So even when you see the thumbnail, my first thought is, okay, what is the story going to be? They do an excellent job.
I still yet to watch King of Collectibles on Netflix. I still yet to watch it.
I haven't watched enough of that. A cross between Friday and comic book villains would be fun.
You know, that's silly enough. That's a good fun. That sounds like a good start of a premise, right? How do we do something Friday-ish around going to Comic-Con without it being the traditional you're nerdy, you're getting bullied for it. Because we seen that what Nick Cannon, he got game, whatever it was.
What I loved about Friday too is that you knew everyone's motivation.
Right, you knew everyone.
Father, mother, sister, both main characters. Faison Love, you knew everybody's motivation. The girlfriend with the braids, Nia Long, you knew everybody's motivation.
Well, let's just all agree that Craig and Diddy was some bums.
They were.
How you get fired because a drug addict looked like you still in boxes on your day off?
Didn't we? I grew up with folks just like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
It was so relatable because I grew up with people making these decisions and doing these things. Like you're gonna get what was Faison's character's name? What was that guy name? Big Worm. Big Worm. How you gonna take a guy's stash or selling opportunity and smoke it all up?
Yeah.
And you think you good? I mean, I don't even know. I wonder, do they even know what they had on their hands when they released that thing?
I think they had an idea.
They think it's something else, man.
But that's a classic story.
The Debo? There was somebody like that, man. The whole time I was growing up, you go somewhere, they could be big or small. They usually were older. You're gonna get shook down. But bike may be taken, chain may be. You're gonna come off because we're not gonna break the latch, so you're gonna come up off the chain. Jordans you might walk home with socks or nothing on the Jordan socks. And I wasn't even. I mean, come on, man. I'm not even in I'm in an average community. This is not. It's interesting though. As soon as I saw that movie, it was like you can relate. I could relate to everything in there. Yeah, the cereal box scene.
But again, when you talk creating sequels, right? Even Friday, when you get to the third Friday, they got to doing some ridiculous things.
Yeah, they did.
Right. Same thing like with Fast Fast and Furious. Now it's just ridiculous.
Well, you got to think Fast and Furious. I go by the house sometimes here in LA, where the first movie was shot, where they lived. They went from hood stuff going on, this neighborhood. I'm in the city. I'm this young and I'm doing stuff. Now we're in outer space.
Yeah. Now we working for the FBI and CIA and all these special stuff. Like they went from street racing and stealing cars and working on cars to taking down crime syndicates all across the world.
And the shift to me when we went from Ja Rule to Ludacris.
Yeah.
Supposed to be almost the same characters. Ja Rule turned it down. But then this dude became a code specialist and hacker. And first he was just putting on races in the street.
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't know it was good, but it's a cult classic.
But
I think they had some understanding of something. There was something different.
Have you watched The Last Bad Boys?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's just the more sequels you make, you get like even I think the best sequel movie like 4 or 5 in that I've watched is the latest Axel Foley. But I'm partial because I love that character.
That was good, and it's original stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and he keeps bringing down, like he brings in Afion Crockett. Yeah. He brings in people like he's always done, like he did with Damon Wayans back in the day. He continued to bring in people, and then they have this whole code switch thing. I mean, it was never. And then his daughter, they wrote it where she had more of a major role.
Mm-hmm. Like Beverly Hills Cops, one of my top 5 movie series.
I agree.
Like that was hilarious.
You ever seen an action movie called Rage Redemption?
No.
Big Jon. Hold on, man. This is one, and so it makes me think. Part 2, they brought more money in. Part 2 was phenomenal. Dude, you've never seen this?
Rage Redemption at the Rage?
No. Let me pull this up here, my man. This thing, people, please go see this. If you like anything action related, please go check this out. This thing is phenomenal. I saw this in 2011 in the movie theater in El Segundo, California. And then part 2. Hold on here.
Rage Redemption.
Part 2 is off the chain, man. Woo! I could watch these movies, man. It was a point in time that I'm watching these so much that April's like, "Are you gonna watch something else?" This is off the chain action, man. From the time the movie starts to the time it ends. In the first movie, you got a guy who's a police officer. He shows up to a building with some criminals. They're trying to get to the top, to the head guy. It's almost like an old Bruce, like the Game of Death. They're trying to get to the top, and he's just there. Some other guys are in charge, really, more senior police officers. And this guy walks floor by floor and just takes people out, man, until he gets to the big dog.
Jordan, The Last Bad Boys was good, but you still got ridiculous. One before that, they had witches and all this other stuff. Like, it's getting a little ridiculous.
Well, when they brought back the guy that was taking his sister on prom,
yeah.
Now they're getting married. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Reggie was good in that.
Yeah, my boy. What you here for? Yeah, it's funny. It's fun. But everybody, if you see Rage Redemption or Raid 2, let me know what you think. Hey, Stefon Diggs on that boat. What's the deal? Was he handing them children?
I like his response. I don't know what he was handing them, but I like his response. Like, keep my personal life personal. Everybody's like, "Oh,
okay. But I'm with all that, right? Who's filming?
Who had the camera? Who's filming?
Who's filming? And you looked in the camera. Who's filming?
Yeah.
Like I tell you, we talking about Aaron Rodgers. We like to creep out Hey, my personal life, my personal life. Who's filming, dog? And you knew them. They're on the boat.
Yeah, like
If I'm wilding and Big Jon is like this.
Oh, hold on. First of all, if you wilding, and your first question is, are you live? And second thing is, you know you ain't supposed to nowhere, right?
That's right.
Like it's one of two things, right? You know, if you
Hey,
etiquette is just, hey man, I'm just gonna go live real quick.
let me tell y'all, we have filmed professional athletes saying certain things. I can't put that content out, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't do it. I promise you, even if you ask G, I've turned to him, we can't put this out. People have said certain things that will be shocking to some about the sports world or certain athletes, or it will be very entertaining to see. And there was a conversation right there. You're looking right in the camera. Come on, man.
Listen, right? Test come back clean, he good.
But you know Stefon Diggs' career is really,
in his career, yeah, of course.
It's over.
Right?
He is picking up checks right now. Now, I don't blame him. If somebody's handing out checks, go ahead and pick them up.
Wide receivers are a funny breed, right? You go from Minnesota because you didn't really have a quarterback. Understood that. You went to Buffalo with Josh Allen. And now you're mad because your quarterback is passing the ball around and y'all winning, but you not being really part of winning. You don't want to be just a decoy. Then you go to Wash. No, he went to Houston. Did he get hurt last year?
Yep. Blew his knee out.
Yeah, you blew your knee out. And now you're coming to the Patriots with a second-year quarterback.
Who's his quarterback? May? Who's his quarterback?
Yeah, May. But you get the day Cardi B. So what? I guess it's all good. Don't matter, right? Get checks.
Is that door number 2? Is that the?
It's a door or a window.
And so if I'm a kid and I go to a football camp and Stefon Diggs is there and Cardi B is there, I don't know.
Do you think Stefon Diggs is going to kids camps? Come on, do you see that? Do you see that in his character?
Do I see what character?
Do you see that in his character to be going to a kids camp?
No. No. So when I first saw that, I thought PR stunt, but that was so first instinct that I didn't report on that or say anything about that. But that was my first thing. Like I don't even know. I'm just me and the way stuff is set up today. I don't even think him and Cardi B are even dating each other.
No, they dating. They doing something.
You do know a lot of these relationships are just PR contracts, right?
It could be. Yeah, I understand that. They.
Okay. A lot of PR contracts running around.
Brittany said I went on that movie rant. Time for Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, he says John Witherspoon. I mean, try and make a bad movie. And John Witherspoon didn't get paid too much of anything for Friday.
But nobody got paid for anything.
No. This is what I'm talking about. This is that original.
Even Cube didn't get paid much for Friday.
No.
And here's the problem: you can't come out with another one because you don't own it outright.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to do it.
And as we say, that's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever bid on that and watched that had to be foaming at the mouth, knowing how much we're about to make on this. You haven't seen anything like that before that.
That's why Hollywood Studios was so mad at Ryan Coogler
Mhm.
because the deal he got. It's like that, but he earned that deal with other people have gotten that deal after making all the good films he's made.
Yeah. Now, even Fruitvale Station, he didn't make a lot of money on that.
No, I would never watch Fruitvale Station again.
I can't watch it twice, man. I can't watch that twice.
I watched it once. I love the movie. It's great.
Mhm.
Anger.
Well, when that happened, that happened in Oakland area. I lived in Modesto, so I was 90 minutes away. I remember this. This is not. I couldn't watch that overnight. There's a few movies on that list that I think are great movies. I can't watch that over and over.
Yeah, but again, I don't care how much the movie made. I don't care about how much the movie made when it was the original idea. You didn't know what the movie was going to do. You signed on for a check what you thought was going to be good. Just because the movie came, the people that took the chance to help you make the movie, that invested, that, they can't. You should get some of that profit, but not as much as you think you should, because you signed on for what you signed on for. Especially some of these early actors early in their career, you were just trying to get a role. Now that you are established and you are who you are 20 years later, oh man, I didn't get paid nothing for Friday. But without Friday, you wouldn't have made the 20 years. That. Who was Cat Williams before Friday? Who was Mike Epps before Friday? Right?
That's the platform. That's the booster. That's the rocket ship. Brett says, "What about the glorious early '90s movie CB4? Got a story about that. Saw that senior high school House Party. I remember that came out. Saw that. Minister Society. I got if I remember correctly, Menace was out the same time as House Party, I believe. I went to a movie, Big John. I saw Menace. I went to a movie at 11 a.m. This is young Faye in high school. I saw Menace and two other movies in the same day.
I think the best night I've had at movie theaters was when the last Lord of the Rings came out. We went to the movies at like 6:00 and it leaves like 4 in the morning. Watched every movie, all three, and extended until it was over.
Those were the days. I didn't even have a cell phone.
No, you have a cell
So I
phone.
made the decision to do this standing there. And I remember I got home, my mom was like hot. Because no one know back then, people, we all know, nobody knew where you were at. She was hot.
Nah, see, I saw Mama never got hot when I was out. I leave Friday. Hey, I'm going to grandma's house. I'm going here. I'll see you back on Monday. All right. Collect call if something really go wrong.
CB4, let me tell y'all the story. You're going to be like, FD, what are we doing? So I go out on this date. I'm in high school. I'm a senior. There's another senior. And she basically asked me out. So we get to the movie theater. We almost have a near-death experience. I had never driven on a expressway or a highway before. So I get on the entry ramp and I almost run under 18-wheeler. So that's another story. So we get to the movie theater and I'm in line to pay for my ticket. And I turn to her and I say, do you want me to pay for your ticket? Or are you going to pay for it? She says, do whatever you like. I turn to the person to pay the ticket and I say, 1 for CB4. And she's looking like, yeah, true story. True story.
She said, I'm not ready to make this investment in you right now.
No, I don't know what this is. I was thought like that as a young person. I don't know where this is going. You asked me out. So I'm going to let you ride with it.
Oh, we talk about movies. Oh. My wife used to think we was going to jail when we went to the movies because I had to deal with the movie theater manager that I just come go see movies. Just walk straight through. You good?
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had a quick pro thing going on. You know, you come on and feed the staff. I make you, big 30-foot sub. I come and I go see movies. It was good. Get my popcorn free. Everybody knew. I just walked through. I'm like, what are you doing? You ain't paid. I already paid. Trust me, we cool. I'm going to see this movie.
Wow.
She's like, I ain't never going to movies. Do that. And I'm like, why not? We just walk through and tell you.
Oh yeah.
But the real question, FD, was there a second date after that?
There was. Yeah. I don't. She wasn't like she was looking at me, but I think when you're so young, man, you've never seen anybody do something like that. So she was more into, man, this dude's different than being offended.
Couldn't be this day and age,
Nah, I don't think that worked. Yeah, I'm all kind of this and that. She was so no. By the time we got to our seats, she was no. Mm-mm.
Things were simpler.
Very, very much so. Very much so. Days are different.
Now, did you watch? Oh, I was watching the Sky versus the Liberty before we came on.
What's happening with that?
Oh, Sky, terrible team right now. They got blew out. They were down 20 at halftime.
Dude, what's up with the Aces? What's up with the Aces? The Aces are getting handled by an expansion team. Yeah, when they got long, they don't rotate the ball. They have a 2-guard and Wilson and their other point guard, Gray.
Yeah,
Gray. She is she's just older, man. She can't really.
Yeah. I mean, good thing they're one of the top 5 teams, regardless. But I think
they're not winning.
Liberty and Minnesota have surpassed them right now. Yeah. They got to either make a trade or, Becky got to do something, get a fire under them.
Becky's probably gonna leave and get fired.
And that'd be a shame if she get fired.
Why would you let your point guard go?
Leaked out. It's just leaking out. There maybe some chemistry issues in the locker room.
Jordan, what year was movie $3? I remember this. What year was that?
I mean, shoot. 10 years ago, there was a dollar show. You go to the dollar show.
Yeah, I remember that. We used to go to the dollar show.
Yeah.
That's one of those things you don't really stop and think about. The dollar show.
What you really don't stop and think about is why some of these smaller towns don't have a drive-in in the summer.
I used to love that as a kid, the drive-in. I remember one night we went to see E.T. Hold up. My father didn't want to see E.T. He couldn't. He wasn't feeling an alien that looked like a bug. He wasn't feeling that. So we went and saw a Chuck Norris movie. And then my brother and I were turned around watching E.T. and trying to figure out what the dialogue was. Mm-hmm. This is 1983. And let me see what Chuck Norris movie was out in 83. So we watched that, but he was like, if you don't turn around, we're leaving. Isn't that crazy? The time.
So then you see Fly J came out and said that her and Angel Reese aren't friends.
We already knew that. You can tell the way they talk about each other.
Yeah. I mean, she has a lot more respect for Angel than it is the other way.
Yeah. I don't know what the falling out was, but
I think this is how she was raised.
We have dollar movies in Temecula on Tuesday. Yeah.
You can see the falling out. One's about team and community and building, and the other one is trying to get fame.
I can't understand. I'm not trying to knock anybody. A lot of times I just don't understand what Angel Reese is doing. Like, what is her brand?
I watched the game today, and I still feel like she's throwing the ball up, hoping it goes in.
Or draw a foul. It's like everything is.
No, not even draw a foul. Hope that she's throwing the ball up, hoping that it goes in, but prepared to get the rebound because you know it's not going in. Her defensive rebounding is way more instinctive, and she boxes out really good. You know, but she was getting handled by Stewie. Like I don't understand. I don't even understand the coach's game philosophy of going under screens against Stewie and giving them the paint. Like the whole organization team.
I didn't understand why they fired Witherspoon. I won't get that. I saw that when it happened. I'm like, what are we doing? I don't get that.
Probably wasn't for the BS.
That's right. She probably was outspoken and didn't even know what the deal was, and she had to go
and wanted to win.
Yeah. People don't realize that a lot of coaches get fired because they want to win, and they won't do what's told of them. And then you have the coaches that do what's told of them, and they do that for a few years, and they still get fired.
Again, can we? I wonder with the NBA players collective bargain or to give us something to have a coach's salary cap.
They need one. One is needed.
Because you can't tell me that teams paying 3 to 4 coaches hundreds of millions of dollars is not affecting the team's overall bottom line and their basketball decisions on who they pick up and who they trade for.
Yep.
When they look at this whole P&L, and I still owe this coach, this amount of money, and I'm paying my current coach. I'm paying 4 coaches, 3 coaches not to be here.
Yep.
I gotta save money somewhere.
Think about the Detroit Pistons still playing money.
Yeah. Phoenix is still paying money. Yeah, you know? How are we still paying these coaches? You know, why couldn't the real world be like that? I get fired and y'all still pay me my whole salary.
Yeah. I can pick up checks from 2-3 jobs ago.
Pay me to stay home.
What's that?
Say, pay me to stay home. Pay me $60 million to stay home and not coach.
It's still on the camera.
I bet you I ain't gonna read down one playbook.
It's a lot of money.
So, all right. So what else is going on in the hobby? We 2 weeks away from Fanatic Fest.
Yes.
What do you think about this $2 million museum they're gonna have there?
I think you have to do things that are a entertainment piece, social media piece, gets the buzz going. You got to do this. Like Brady's going to be throwing balls to people for dollars. You got to do that. I'm glad you have to. This cannot be. We do know that those that are involved in this may not be looking at a basketball card, football card. But you gotta get this thing has to have a bang. Now the question is, can you replicate this across the country? Or is this strictly New York?
This is gonna be strictly New York for next year.
To me, that's where it should be. I don't know why we're trying to replicate across the country.
But I said when they started this was not going to take away from the national like that.
No. Because
the national is about cards. They're gonna have things set up in a corporate area. Cool. But it's really nationals a card show. Deals are getting made, products are getting moved, and so Fanatics Fest is a fan event. People to go have fun. You're gonna have cards getting sold. You're gonna see new people get introduced to cards, right? And that's what they have to get better at. How do you add more people? You're gonna have the people coming to see Brady, come in for this, see all the athletes, see the museum, see the people and the celebrities. And you can pull a card of the celebrity here.
Mhm.
Right? But we have to stop being so reliant on like Brady, Travis Scott to do this every year. Like we can't be 2026 and Brady being the biggest name there.
You know that you might be 2026, and Brady's the biggest name there.
Yeah. Like who did we last year? Did we know there was going to be a 40-40 club before a month before the
I don't remember.
event?
I don't remember. I say close to the vest. I don't remember hearing about it. So how do you hit social media? There's a way to hit social media with little buzz, little trailers. So
Yeah, it is. But like, I think for this to continue to pop off, it's got to be organic and natural. That's how DreamCon and Comic Cons got big because it was fan word of mouth.
but
Right?
Are Comic Cons focus on a certain person being there, a certain group of people being there?
No,
Not at all.
that's what I mean. You just wait fans being there, right? Hey, FD, we all can go to Fanatic Fest and wear our Bears gear, see and see this and have fun or whatever. But they are doing a lot of things right, in my opinion.
I think so too.
Venue from having thing, I just think they got to figure out a way for it to be organic, or they have to get organically, right? And I don't mean calling, casting that, and not letting them stream while they're there. I mean like organic FOMO. Like this last year, I had FOMO because it was the first one, but I really wasn't upset that wasn't it. This year, I have no FOMO. I don't feel like I'm missing anything spectacular.
This is
Besides,
what I say. To me, you take a crack at it.
Mhm.
There's a reason why nobody else has gotten this right. It's very difficult to do year after year after year. But you put your best foot forward. Even the national has certain athletes that are signing autographs.
Yeah.
They can create a buzz.
I think it's especially hard to gain more non-hobby people into hobby because you don't really have baseball represented from a star factor because you can't.
No, you can't. How do you do? You can't do that.
Season, right?
Nope.
You really can't have Otani. But imagine if it was on a weekend where LA was playing New York in New York or getting ready to, and they had off day, and you could swing Otani in there for an hour.
Be crazy.
Huh?
But it's still based upon
Mhm.
certain athletes being in attendance. It's not the event itself.
No, Jordan, I agree. Fanatics is looking better and better. But you tell me, if you're not going, do you really feel like you're missing something? Like you're gonna miss on something?
I don't think so. But experimenting seems like the reboot. No real and truly original ideas being pitched because it's easier to upcycle. It's just difficult to have something hitting every year.
Okay,
I feel like it a little bit.
Okay. I respect your feelings. I feel like that if I'm around and get to see a celebrity, it will be by happenstance. You know, not because I'm in the right place at the right time. But I think you got some really good content coming out of it.
Yes.
They do content on it. I think you're gonna have some really good videos. I think I'm hoping this year more deals are made and there's more card focus.
So this is a thing that the first Fanatics Fest, who were the content creators there that you watched that made videos?
I think Neo was there, but I don't know if he made videos. Who did I watch?
Neil was there.
He was
Neil
there. I kind of watched what people who were there for social media put out. What not necessarily what Forces put out, but like what Tops put out, what Fanatics put out. Dr. Collector put out some stuff that from when he was there. But it's things I seen on Twitter, and on Instagram that people who were there put out kind of got me, like I like seeing the stuff from the WWE that was there.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it all. I didn't seek it all out.
Am I wrong by thinking that social media was the back burner to that event?
No.
It felt like the back burner. Like you would think that an event like that, the social media side, the interviewing of athletes, the taking you behind the curtain, that kind of stuff would be number one.
No. But you would think that there would be been some B-roll filming and they would have made a somewhat of a mini documentary.
That's what I'm saying.
First one and just B-roll. Hey, or you know what? They could be saving it. They could be saving it for the future. Who knows?
You don't sit on that for a year, bro. No. This is so you're saying the same thing that I'm saying right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that thing should have been when we walk around talking about, man, it's about to be a movie. That should have been an actual movie that you could sit and watch and understand. Somebody, if Brady's walking through, if Dana White's walking through, there's a camera person right with him. And that footage is edited. If they're in the back signing, there's cameras back there. If they're on the podium talking, you don't get a view from the crowd. You're right up in that thing. You're up in there.
I mean, I also come from this from a point of view of you can't miss what you never had. All right, I ain't never been there, so I can't really miss the experience. Like, I'm a little mad that I got to work all weekend and I can't go to EC3Con because I know what I'm missing. Right, I know the deals I'm missing. I know the excitement. I know that feeling of being there that makes me excited to collect cards. I know I'm going to miss getting that feeling while I'm there. And plus, seeing things I never said and just having that, I know what I'm missing.
But I think, Jordan, what I'm saying is, okay, you watch hobby influencers, so you got their viewpoint, and their viewpoint was almost not too much different than if you were there. I'm talking about Fanatics having their own people that are around everything and making sure you feel like you're sitting there, not like you're just in the house and you're watching influencer X and they're talking. I'm talking about this thing is flowing at a pace and a rate and a viewpoint that you feel like you're there.
I can sum up how I felt about watching hobby influencer stuff and top stuff. You ever watch the Pro Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
And they go to the community thing, what they did in the community, and they build stuff at some events after eating out and laughing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I felt watching that. Like, okay, that was nice.
Yep.
It didn't move me that much.
Jordan says, if it was in LA, I would go without question. $2K for a trip to New York for a car show. Wifey said we use that somewhere else. Hey, I mean, April ain't got to say shit on that. I know that I'm going to use that, bruh. I'm going to use that money someplace else. We all know that. But I'm just saying, what you saw on TV, does that make you say, you know what? I might want to spend $2K. No, I just don't think so. And there's a way to do it. But we go back to what we talking about: studio movies, and we're talking about independent movies. Right? There's a way to do this, but I don't think certain people know how to do that.
See, I take it like this, right? It's in downtown Manhattan, and you do not know the hatred I have for driving downtown Manhattan. Okay, it brings out a really ugly side of me having to get past 116th Street in New York City.
What's up with the hate? What's the
I
problem?
can't stand driving.
I've never driven. I took a train when I was there. I haven't driven. Traffic bad?
Imagine driving in downtown Michigan having traffic from 95th all the way to a airport, but you really want to with the 79th Street.
Yeah.
I mean, I have gotten some of the worst arguments of my marriage driving past 116th Street.
I get it.
It's not a nice time. I'm not a nice person when I have to do this. I have to be mentally prepared to do that.
I understand. I get it. Georgia
That's
says
why I haven't been to Bleecker.
It's what?
That's why I haven't been to Bleecker. It's too far in for me. I can't do it. I refuse to take the train to New
If
York.
you went to Bleecker, hold on, let's have this conversation. If you went to Bleecker, like, what's on your agenda? What's the deal?
I'm just gonna look and see, try to see what it's all about, how it is, get the feeling, the vibes. You know, see what's good about it. And, for me, try to find a couple $20 to $60 cars that move me.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of when I go to. That's my deal when I go to any car shop, trying to see what I can get out of these dollar bins, and I feel like I gotta go when I go to car shop. When I go to a hobby store, I gotta go through the bins.
Mm-hmm.
One, just to feel like see if there's anything in there that I can get whatever money I'm about to spend back via eBay.
Yeah.
And whatever I buy, it's got to move me. It's got it's just got to be. I really want this car. It's like I'm gonna leave it with this today. This is my budget. It's in my budget. I like this card. Cool with it. Well, I really want to open this box. Like if I'm looking for WWE and you got it, yeah, I'm $35 box. I'm opening it. I want it because I already came in there knowing this is what I want. I want to open up some WNBA Prism. And you got it. It's $50. I already know this is what the plan was.
So would you go to the Bleecker as a store, or would you try to go to one of the like community events they have where you can meet different people, network, all that?
I mean, I would go to either. So for me, the same trepidation for trade night is what I get from before I ended the show. And that's just because I know what I collect. And what I collect is not sexy. It's not trendy. It's in my own area. So it's harder for me to make a deal knowing that I'm not going to find somebody else looking for a Kobe White. Right. And I may not find somebody else in Connecticut or Boston or New York with a Kobe White.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Or somebody else that's in the wrestling the way I'm in the wrestling and want to trade something for some wrestling cards. So trade nights for me are because I am so niche in what I'm collecting and what my plan is right now is very different. Like I'm not, I'm sure if I went in there with a LeBron out of 99, or I went in there with some Otanis or some high-end Pokemon, I'd be fine because I know I'm not coming in that stuff. Even with the WNBA stuff, right? Still, this stuff is not really what you see at trade nights for real. And if you do see it, it's only you and one or two other people, into that stuff.
Yeah. So Jordan says, "Yeah, I get you, FD. They do need that, but maybe that's the allure of not seeing what the draw is." I don't know anything that's entertainment focused that's successful repeatedly, and they don't do something to tell you what the draw is. If you know something, you let me know. I don't know it. Ruben is all about execution. Seems a steep learning.
So I don't. How much did they lose in Fanatics Fest last year? Wasn't like a couple $1 million lost? Was it
I thought it was like 12.
$12 million? I don't know something that lost $12 million that doesn't need to draw more people to come to.
This is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
And I don't know anything that's repeatedly that's successful. They're not showing you something to make you get off your couch, spend that 2G, and get yourself there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything like that. I don't know. I just think we were just talking about. I think it was a good opening. I didn't even know we were just having a conversation. When you talk about studio movies and you talk about independent stuff and being original, sometimes people put on stuff and they probably don't know how to create that kind of content.
Yeah.
And that's not, I don't think that's an insult against them. A lot of places and people don't know how to create that kind of content.
Yeah, I think I would be more hyped if the money was all the same to go to a West Coast show than to go to Fanatics Fest.
This is what I'm saying.
Right? To get out and see how the other part of the country actually sells and collects cards. More excited. Fanatics Fest is cool. I view Fanatics Fest the same way I view WrestleMania. It's the event. I want to do all. If I'm going there for the main thing, which is the wrestling show, guess what I'm going for. But I want to be a part of all the extra stuff around it because that's where the fun and entertainment. And that's where I get my money's worth. But because the card show part of Fanatics Fest isn't the main thing, I don't feel like going up for cards is going to get my money's worth. I'm gonna have to do all the activations and all this other stuff to feel like I got my money's worth.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that. Jordan says, "Don't come to his town." What's going on in your town, Jordan? Oh, Temecula. Jordan thinks that big time traffic. Jordan, I've been to Temecula a few times. Is that huge traffic? I've driven from LA to Temecula. I didn't think that was big time traffic. Brendan, bets on Jeff Wilson getting a Netflix show next.
I can see it happening.
So can I.
What was that deal you had with Yahoo? I haven't seen anything come to light with that since it was announced.
Neither have I.
Oh, but speaking of announcements, congratulations to John Boy Media.
Yes.
On their deal with MLB. I don't know the details of it, but the fact they had a deal with MLB.
Yes.
I remember just seeing them and their takes on Facebook little videos 6-7 years ago.
Yes.
So congratulations to that team.
From the ground up was original.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about putting the work. This is the kind of stuff that I love to talk about. Talking about a person. We all have seen baseball conversations, but we don't really know what they're saying. Added a touch to that, came with other videos, very unique stuff. Now there's a few people that are working there, and
people from the MLB The Show community. So those content creators working there and talking about baseball. And they talk about, you can tell they're all baseball fans. They talk about it like, this is it. We have people from baseball on here and get some interviews with baseball card collectors.
Mm-hmm. But that's the kind of stuff that turns the dial, though, man. That's the kind of stuff that's that grind that's not talked about. That's not going to be instant. It's not a microwave situation. You're just on that, and you stay on it because you have passion for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people fail to realize that a lot of times you can have passion for something, and you're not making any money off of that. But is that your only motivator? Then
Is your hobby your passion, or is it the money your hobby makes?
And I always ask, well, are you the GM of what you collect, buy, sell? You got to be the GM. You can't be the reactor. You can't be looking at Billy, and Billy bought some Tyrese Haliburton. You know what you want to do.
I do know. Oh, it's we haven't really talked about it, so I guess we gotta talk about it next week. Give us some time to think about it. But the rest of the year, 6 months, July to December. What's our plans? What's our motivation and hobby? We should probably give that some time and thought.
Yeah, we should.
I got an idea of what mine's gonna be.
Yeah, I have some answers too.
I think I might try to dig in. We don't want to talk about, but I think I'm gonna try to really dig in on eBay or ComC last half of the year. Just kind of move some of these value bin cards out, make room for new stuff to do shows.
Okay.
I got the bug to do shows. I really do.
That's a wonderful plan.
But as we sit back and as I'm on this vacation and I, reading little books and sit back relaxing, I'm gonna be thinking, making some plans.
I do the same thing. I'll be able to contribute to that conversation. By then, Shea should probably have a championship.
He should. It's still okay in 6. Still OKC in 6 for me.
So y'all know, Big Jon has OKC in 6. I have OKC in 5, but we rolling with OKC.
Yeah. I think Indiana's good enough to get 2 games.
See, I just don't think so.
I
think it's very easy to clamp this team down. You can't go into Turner. They tried that at the end of the last game. Turner's not. You can't go into Turner in the post and get something done. You can easily clamp Tyrese Haliburton. Nembrandt, you can clamp him. So who else is going to be detrimental to you? That's the way I look at it.
Your own shooting. Your own shooting.
Oh yeah, okay, that can happen. But it happened in game 1, and you should have won that game.
You should have won that game.
So you shot 37% from the 3 and from the field, low 30s from the 3. So even if you have that situation happen again and you're applying defense, you should still win that game.
We shall see.
We'll see. But we're only off by 1 game, bro. Brenda says, I do like the vending machines, but I've always had a soft spot for them going back to the early days.
Oh, the baseball card vending machines? You talking about, Brenda?
I think so.
Gotta ask, has tech been bad for the hobby or saved it? Okay.
I would think it's good for the hobby.
See, and I'm gonna go bad.
It's tech internet, but it's tech internet.
Tech is not internet, right?
What is that? What is it?
Because you talk about tech, you talking about CT scanning?
I get you.
When you talk about tech, what new tech has been able to prevent theft? I still can, on some of these cards, you still can hold the cellophane tight and see the back card, know what you're already kind of getting.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Or you talk about tech like these buybacks for your digital cards you pull from like a Courtyard IO and Arena Club, where you pull a card and they offer you 90% of the value back. Card ladder's been good for the hobby for the most part. I don't see card ladder being bad. I don't see market moves being bad. Anything that you feel like you can easily understand the value of what you're buying and paying, what you're buying and what you're selling something for, is good for the hobby. But there's been some really good tech, some really questionable things with tech, right? Because we talk about these digital repacks. Hey, FD, you open this pack for $100. I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna buy this card back for you for $90. You open another pack for $100. I'm gonna buy that card back again, that one for $90. either way it goes, I just made a quick $20, right? And you just lost, 20 some bucks or more depending on the value of the cards you actually pull.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point on that.
But I still haven't seen technology improve the hobby enough, especially from a listing standpoint, right? All you have is Card Dealer Pro, right? And that only really works with that Ricoh scanner. It doesn't really work with a regular scanner if you don't have the scanner to really match up with that technology.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen newer scanners come out, cheaper scanners come out that can help you list on eBay faster and quicker. eBay card recognition has a lot of work to do and needs a lot of technological help to go through that.
Jordan makes a good point. Card ladder market movers are geared towards 100 plus more cards.
$100 plus cards or just 100 cards total?
I think he's getting it $100.
Yeah, but because
those are the people that's probably going to pay for a service.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe I have too much trust in eBay to pay for card ladder right now. I don't move in the cards that I need. I don't move in an atmosphere of cards that I need card ladder to determine the value. I buy enough of people that I like to know that's a good deal. That feels like a good deal. And it's only been a few times where my gut's been wrong. Like even at some shows I go to, I don't really need to put out my phone to check the value of a card at somebody's table. I look at it. That feels right. That feels priced right. And then when I get home, I look at them different. Like,
so this is Texas. How would what collects does help eBay?
I don't even know what collects does.
Jordan, break it down. I'm somewhat familiar. Maybe some I'm missing. But Jordan, break it down.
I've tried stuff like with Mascot, where you can put your graded cards in, and they'll automatically bring the pictures up, and it'll help you list them to eBay and other third party stuff. But as they've grown, they've got more features to be paid for, more and more features to be paid for. And it's so simple for me to type my cert into PSA and get the PSA images to put them on eBay. Why would I pay $8 a month for just to be able to do that from your website using your technology for it?
So Jordan, when you say you can card and then search for it, or what is it? I don't know a lot about collects.
I agree with Brendan.
What do you say? The end game seems 100% digital without ever having to actually hold a card.
Yeah, because infinite money glitch.
Do you think the hobby will go to all digital stuff, or your stuff in held somewhere?
No,
I don't think so either.
That's the goal, but I don't think it'll ever get 100%. Like I have one thing at Fanatics Live, Fanatics Collects, just because if I know I send it home, I'm gonna open the box. It's sealed product, sealed WWE product. But if I know I get it in my hands, I'm gonna open it. I have about 30 cards left on Arena Club just because they're all Arena Club slabs and they're kind of worthless, so I don't care what happens to them. No offense to Arena Club, but they're not high end cards. They're all low end cards. They're graded with Arena Club. So if something happens to them, there's no loss on my end for real. but everything that I deem of value, I have in my office. And I play like WWE Slam, and I open up digital cards. But I really don't. I don't spend money on that game because it's a digital card. It's not real.
But Jordan, doesn't market movers do this? Like I haven't compared the scanning ability. I'm looking at collects now online. I don't know. Maybe could be.
I if they got good scans, that's cool. But is it? Are you selling enough on eBay where it's worth your time not to take the picture or scan it yourself? Sometimes you got to have that time value of money conversation with yourself.
Well, this technology, okay, you can take any card, you scan it, and then you can look up any information you want. PSA 10, PSA 9, if it's raw, what last sold, you can look up anything just off that card scan. So if I'm in a show or if I'm talking to someone and trying to do a deal and I scan the cards, I can pull up anything. But I thought market movers did that. I thought there are other outlets that did that, and this collects is better.
Yeah, but it's collects. But again, it's collects pricing accurate. I know.
I don't know.
Market movers. I know eBay market movers and card ladder are going to be pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yep. For example, if you're going to upload to eBay, I scan 1K cards in a night. Yes, it is worth it.
So I mean, again, if it's that's something that can be worth it. It's just saving you time. You don't have to do it. But I would. The same thing with buying a Ricoh scanner and using Card Dealer Pro that does similar thing to all your 1,000 cards. You just scan them in and set your preset and upload it too. So there's other things like that as well.
Yeah.
I agree with Zerny.
He said it doesn't fall cards. I get it. My theory is the convenience will keep a lot of PCs in the cloud. Seems to be popular.
Okay, Card Dealer Pro is Colex. Okay. See, I didn't know that, Jordan. Thank you. But I'm with Zerny. Not no to all digital. I would collect any more. I wouldn't collect any more must touch and fill the card. Yeah. Listen, I just know algorithms can be hacked and figure it out. If you're telling me open up this digital package, it's an algorithm. I know it's people who have the money could spend the money doing the research to hack it and figure it out how much they need to spend to gain the system.
So what's interesting, so I'm looking up Card Dealer Pro's website, right? And they have a scanner on the main page, scanning cards.
Yeah, the Ricoh scanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now how does that connect with collects? That's two opposite ways of doing the same thing, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they're part of the same. I don't know. But like.
So going back to your question, like I need to buy more Otani, man, and I just can't. Otani's expensive.
Yeah.
He is expensive. And this Pete Croy Armstrong is getting expensive. These players, man. What's going on, Big John?
Pete Crow is definitely getting expensive.
He's getting expensive. You think he's that legit?
I think he's legit.
What I'm looking at and what I'm seeing tells me he's also legit.
See, the thing is, I'm biased because I think a player like Ian Happ in left field is an underrated player. He's an ultimate, like, three consecutive Gold Glover. Gonna hit 20-some home runs, bring in 100-some RBIs. I think he's underrated, So I will put my Cubs bias on blast. Like, yes, I am biased to my Cubs. Oh, you know what?
Pete Crow.
You just reminded me of something. I need to find a card that I know a lot of people is not gonna have.
Yo, Tommy is crazy.
I need a Carlos Zambrano rookie auto.
Carlos Zambrano?
Yes. He was one of the most feisty and nastiest.
Yeah, I remember them.
Cubs fan. Like him when I was a kid. Came after Kerry Wood and Mark Price though.
Mm-hmm.
But and he can bat.
He has straight attitude too.
Mm-hmm.
You say you want a rookie card or an auto?
I want a rookie auto. I'm gonna research that. What I want. I need that for me.
I get it. Yeah, Jordan said, Big John, wish I knew you 9 months ago.
No. Jordan did see me some Pete Crow Armstrongs last month. I appreciate it, Jordan. But Jordan, when we gonna make this deal on these Jordans that I want? I told you the 3 that I want. You tell me the price.
Yeah, Brendan said kids are collecting like we used to. I believe that as well.
I mean, they definitely not. They have way better cars than I ever had as a kid.
Oh, Jordan says 2 different formats. Car dealers for uploading, collects is selling on the app. I don't know. I just look at, I don't know. Who am I?
No, I have seen. So if you ever watch 1 Million Cubs, his YouTube, I've seen him use his Rico scanner and do it.
Mm-hmm.
We know Huddle. We know our friend Huddle. He does it with his Epson scanner.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. My scanner does it. I don't like the way it does color or Chrome cards. But I haven't tried to use the Cards of the Pro app to coincide with the scans to upload them to eBay quicker. See, I found a new site, and I tell everybody I've been trying to look up WWE cards, and I found this like Sports Card Pro that shows me the whole checklist and last sale of all the cards in the checklist from ungraded to PSA 9 and PSA 10. So I think Brendan, what I think it going more online is why you see PSA asking, would you want them to wipe your cards down for you? Because you have the new things where you can buy off of eBay and send directly to PSA. You can buy off of ComC and send directly to eBay without ever really touching these cards and seeing them in person yourself.
And they also know that if you get a poor grade out of that, you're going to be cracking. Looking at that card and resubmitting.
Yep. But it's also extra $3 a card. You know, you talking if you do 1 million cards a month, and then you get 25% of them with extra $3. What is that? Almost extra $1 million revenue a month.
Yeah. But would you buy a card, send it to eBay, and have them grade it, and you've never seen it?
I thought about it when I bought off Fanatics Live, but no.
I can't do that, man. I couldn't. I don't think I could do that.
$660 ain't cheap. $660 is $300-something. I know. Not a cheap scanner.
Jordan, how much stuff are you posting a month to sell on average? Sounds like quite a bit. I'm still over here browsing Ohtani cards. Woo!
So what kind of Ohtani cards are you browsing?
Hey.
Because when I look at Ohtani cards, I look for the weird stuff. Like, I'm looking at his Allen Genters. It's good with champion stuff. I'm looking for, he has a Star Wars card in the Star Wars set.
Star Wars.
So how low of a number are you looking for?
I was trying to go to $1,000, but
No, I'm saying how low numbered of a card.
I would like to be 99 or below.
Okay.
It's hard to find, Big Jon. I should have been on this 2 years ago.
I'll share my screen. We'll go through.
This stuff is crazy here. I never forget the year I saw a tops graded Ohtani card where his name was autographed in Japanese.
Kanji?
Hikachi for $15,000.
You want a rookie card?
Yeah. Where you at? ComC?
We're gonna use ComC, see what we got. We gonna go lowest price, see what we trying to. You want auto?
I would like it. That would be great.
See it. You're not getting that in the auto for $1,000. I'll tell you that right now.
No, you're not getting that. Once upon a time, $6,000, CGS 8. Man, woo. I feel like I need to add an Ohtani. What about just number, no auto?
That's what we're on now, right? Get some good stuff. What? Any particular brand?
I would like to say something notable, but that's probably not going to be the case.
I would say the no Panini. We'll take Panini out of it. You want notable. Although I say take Panini out of it, right? Now look at this card.
I think people are buying Panini, bro.
But I look at this card being $671, Phoenix the blue out of $149. I'm like, that's a good image of them.
Yeah, it is. And I think people are buying this because the other stuff is too high.
And you're talking about the base, 324, 3244, which is probably more like $20 ish. Silver, $64. That's not. Well, something like this right here. This is nice.
Yeah. Throwing position.
Cracked ice out of 10.
Clean.
Ready rookie clean. Which again, probably something you could get for around $750, $800.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the brand I've been looking for in Otani stuff.
What's up?
High tech. Because you don't hear people talking about high tech a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of different patterns stuff. So like over the summer, I sold one like this over the summer.
Okay.
$130 that I picked up at a show for $30.
Okay.
Right. So when I start looking at Otani, I look at high tech. That clear acetate one.
Mm-hmm.
But they sell good. It's so good for me. One, so I try to look for this brand because it's not as expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But you want something like this? Looks good though.
It does. It's nice.
It's Bowman. It's a rookie. So like, I'm always trying to go where they not, right? Especially when stuff is expensive.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Because now I'm like, if I can pick up two of them, I'll hold. I'll hold.
Yeah, his stuff is shot up, man. We're already in 2Gs, 6Gs.
Yeah,
Let's look up some Shea. Let's see what's on CompC for Shea.
Thank you for Shea CompC being smart. If he's trying to spell Gilgis would have been. All right, so rookie, serial number, and auto. And I going to auto, going to auction, 528 for 10.8. 1,000 for PSA 9. 2,000 at auction for CGC 10, CSG 10. 10,000 for Court Creams Air Apparent. Let me see.
I remember those Court Kings were rather affordable. That thing is jumped.
Yeah.
Rather affordable. Now, hold up. Let me see that cert again. Let's see what the pop is on this thing.
Real life research, guy.
Yeah. We should do more of this on the show. Pop 15.
Pop 15?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
That's a hard hitting card, man.
What's the last it sold for?
That I don't know.
All right, let's go. eBay. My screen still being shared, or it's just the
No, we're still on the 1010. Yeah, Brendan, we
So one
other people ain't looking at us.
one last sold in April for $2,000.
It's not. That's not. I don't think that's an $8,000 jump. I'm telling you, I remember
I think
this
somebody
card.
wants $8,000.
Yeah, I remember this car was very reasonable. I've even seen him at shows.
Okay, so this month, June 2nd,
Hold up, what's the
2800.
Hold up, go back up to the 1699. Isn't that 101? Or is that just their 101? That might be their 101. Have you clicked on that?
I'm clicking
Is
on
that a
that.
true 101? Oh, it's a white box. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah, it's a white box. What does
What do you
that
think
mean?
about white box and black box, man? You feeling that?
I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, so you can get these.
You gotta
You can
educate.
get these cards from direct from Panini, some kind of redemption. So a lot of times at the National.
Mhm.
I've never purchased one. Oh, there's a 1010 there. $8,000.
I wonder how true this sale is.
Yeah, that's one of yeah. That just seems high. If I get into a higher end card, man, it's got to be the right brand, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think Court Kings is the brand
No.
you spend it. You want to spend
I don't think
$2,000
so.
on.
I wouldn't recommend that
Court
10
shit.
No. If you're gonna spend that $10,000,
But
there's other stuff you could be buying.
that's why I say with the Otani, the high tech, spending $200 on the high tech that I know I can,
Yeah.
you know,
And you can move
mad because nobody's looking at the high tech for Otani.
No.
Nobody's looking for that right now, and there's going to be a point where people are going to want the different stuff. It's ComC is not the place sometimes, but I tell you why I like using ComC. There's so many parallels that I don't know. I go to ComC, I'll look up a player, and I'll look up, and I'll just see other cards and number, and it just helps me understand what to go and look for. And at least I know what people are asking for on some of these other things I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Or, and if it's on ComC, then I know it's on eBay as well. Because almost everything on ComC is cross-posted to eBay.
Yes.
So I know I can find it. But a lot of the things on ComC, you see the price, you can reach out to that seller and be like, hey, listen, this is my offer.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm not off that number. I gotta reach out.
Yeah.
But let people know I'm serious, have a conversation. If I need additional pictures, I'm asking for, if that thing is raw, I'm asking for all kind of stuff. Obsidian always seemed a good play, lower price and eye candy. I think Obsidian is a cool brand.
Yeah, I like Obsidian. It's definitely a decent brand. Like Court Kings is a brand I stay away from.
Yeah,
and Crown Royale. I don't have really much for Crown Royale.
I had to learn. I had a Jason Tatum card that I purchased. What was the brand with the 3 pieces of?
No, that was triple threads in baseball.
I can't remember it, man. I can't remember the name. But that purchasing that card taught me when you're going to spend a higher dollar amount, you better make sure you got the right brand because people are going to be looking for that brand. And then it's rare. The card I had was the Pop 1 auto on card. All the boxes checked except for the brand name. So I learned real quick that, okay. Right. And sometimes you see stuff, you just got to learn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaboom's our Crown Royal. But what other cards are you pulling out of Crown Royal that you're beating your chest about? And that's why they put Kaboom's and Crown Royal. That's the Jace cards. 81 top scratch offs. Brendan coming with it. Hey, hold up. Big Jon, look up Globe.
Look up what?
The Crown Royal Globes. So, Jordan, what do you think is the bigger chase card? Blank slates, globes, or kabooms?
Globes. It'd be kabooms.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a globe. I want to see what this looks like.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Let me share it.
Hey, NBA Finals Game 3 is tomorrow. Who y'all got winning? Big Jon, you know, after one of these games, we should jump on, man. 30 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yeah, we can make it happen.
Jordan says he's got pace. Okay, man.
Here go no globe.
Let me see these globes. Let me check this out. I've never seen this card, man.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
Yeah,
I ain't
cool.
mad at it.
But isn't it like a holiday?
Yeah. Definitely got a Christmas theme to it.
Yeah, it's cool. I think people are looking for kabooms.
I don't see any sales that blow me out the water. A lot of PSA 9s.
If you go search by highest price, what's up there?
$350 Luka Doncic 25, 2020, 2021.
Okay. And what's that Steph Curry action? 2.5. Okay.
Curry 35. Another Luka jersey match. Digital card. Jalen Suggs, 1 of 1. For 130 for the Magic.
What happened to people talking about Scotty Barnes?
He in Toronto.
Bro. You watch Scotty Barnes, you get excited.
Nope.
Autoversion. Oh, okay.
Victor Wembanyama, EuroLeague Star Globe to $99, $52.
Man, you want to talk about Victor? Victor's out here learning about the world.
How do you feel about that purchase? Is that a good purchase?
Victor Euroglobe for $99 for $52?
Yeah.
You know you're talking to the wrong person. I can't touch anything Victor. I wasn't touching anything Victor before he got hurt. Barnes has NBA love. Not from me. Scotty Barnes, how much ceiling does he have before he hits his head? I think he's already hit it. Hollywood may be out of ideas, but casinos are never out of gimmicks.
Never.
True.
George,
you said maybe Monday.
Sports cards.
What's that, Big Jon?
Neither are sports cards. Either.
Yeah.
Cactus Jack, now these NYC exclusives.
Yeah.
Fanatics Fest. The WrestleMania exclusives.
Never
out of gimmicks.
Travis Scott. Yeah. Maybe Monday. But Jordan, you live way away. Like you probably live from me. You probably live 4 hours away.
I got to meet in the middle.
Yeah, I don't even know where we meet at. On a Monday? By the time I get there, game is over. Probably in the third quarter. Gotta hit you on the weekend. It is 4 hours. I think it's 4 hours. Do some research here for you, Joe. Joe doesn't believe anything I say, man. I say something. Not 4 hours. Bro, I've lived in California for damn near 7 years, man.
We're gonna play the laugh track.
It's 2 hours. It's 2 hours and 12 minutes right now, and it's 9 o'clock at night. It's 4 hour drive. I'm telling you.
No, I didn't see this video. What he say, Brenna? Enlighten me.
Yeah, I gotta see.
I think it's cool. Like he's going to see monks, and he's trying to learn the world. You know, taking advantage of his time away, trying to get his mental, spiritual right. So
I just don't know how could that be bad.
No, I don't know how could it be bad.
How could anything about that be bad? Unless you love.
Stop someone to play basketball. That's only bad.
Okay. I think Victor knows, like me, I've never seen a 7-footer. Excuse me, I've never seen a 7-4-footer have a long career in the NBA. Victor knows that.
Yeah. I'm just saying he could be like, we don't want to turn him to Ricky Williams, just not really interested in playing.
He may not be. Because I think he knows that I don't know how long this is going to last anyway. I'm just happy for the guy. Do his thing. When I first saw that, I wasn't even thinking basketball.
What else you want to look up for?
Let's look at some Luka stuff. Can we? Let's look at that Luka market. Oh, LaMelo. You want to look up LaMelo?
Nope. I want to look up good stuff that I'm actually interested in.
What are you looking at? Who you got?
I am.
Aaron Judge? Who?
Oh, so somebody said something else today that Aaron Judge may be the closest thing to Barry Bonds that we see.
I can see that.
I think it was Cars to the Moon podcast I was listening to at work today. Let's see. Judge. And I think when it comes to Judge, if I'm going to get a Judge rookie, I want a Topps Chrome. Yes. I don't think I'm missing anything else besides Topps Chrome for him. And I know that's sheer different.
And what are those prices looking like?
You have to find out.
About to pull it up.
Update.
I have maybe one or two Aaron Judge cards.
I have none. Top update. Look at that high tech right there though.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 341 at a PSA 8.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's probably at least a $200 card raw, right?
What about that Memorial Day is big dollars.
Yeah. But this is why I like it. Because I can come and do this and see all these cards over here that I didn't even know existed.
That's what I like too. I was noticing that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was
noticing. I don't really care what they're selling them for as much as I can go here and then copy paste eBay and I can see the cards they don't have. That's some big money stuff for old Judge though. He go Topps Chrome.
I remember when people thought Judge was a one-hit wonder.
So the base being 110 FD? All right, So now let's go see how true this is over here on eBay. Look up. Share this tab. $279 for PSA 9 base. And Judge, I can't pay that much money for a base card. Can you?
How much?
$224 for a base rookie top strong.
No. I don't even want to spend money on a silver in basketball.
But people doing it. 283, 217.
Oh yeah. A Jordan X is so more than Aaron. Yeah, Ohtani is, I think, more than Aaron Judge.
No, I think who's closer to Barry Bonds? I think Judge is closer to Barry Bonds than Shohei Ohtani. I can agree with that. Shohei Ohtani is something completely different that we ain't never seen before.
Yep. The Luka versus LaMelo debate. It's gonna be a big year for LaMelo.
So this doesn't like a bad sell here. 2017 top strong, purple refractor at 299 for
250 seems pretty decent. Depending on the grade of the card. If that grade is a 7, then it might be bad.
The pink for 175, but pinks ain't numbered. But the pink 10 did 471. So like,
I don't hear anything about Probstein right now. Remember you used to hear about Probstein all the time?
Yeah, I think he got something in the works.
Yeah.
I want to say 2 months ago, he was on Boston Card Hunters podcast and said he got something coming.
Okay. It's something he has his head down on something. I think about him periodically. I met him at the National before. Cool person to talk to me. Has a sense of humor.
600 for a blue out of 150. And that was in April. So that was before the season. That's got to be an investment right there.
Hold up, 600?
600, April 29th. For the blue out of 150.
Oh yeah, that's a good buy. That's the kind of stuff you're looking for. I would have to get more pictures because that thing is I would have to get more pictures on that to see what the corners and stuff look like.
I don't like to buy cards that are in mag.
What's that?
I don't like to buy cards that are in mag.
No, I'm not doing that. You got to pull that out and show me something else. I can't do it.
And there are no blues listed.
Prices versus players. Jordan said Bonds sold bases. Was that early Bonds or late Bonds?
Late Bonds, then, because Aaron Judge is definitely late Bonds.
Yes.
I haven't seen anybody fear to throw to
no.
Shohei, really. People don't fold to Judge for real. That's interesting.
Brendan, would you grade that card, Brendan? Sounds like a great card. No matter what, it's a great card. You collect it in your collection. Roman Chrome base.
So this is a question FD had for me, and I'm curious what everybody else think. Would you rather have a top strong rookie card or a Bowman first? Same number the same. Which one would you rather have?
Yeah, that's a question I thought of the other day. Because I'm seriously thinking. These are the initial thoughts of I need to buy some baseball. And then I started looking at Pete Croy, and I was thinking, like, what would I buy?
If
1
you
a.m. to 2:30 a.m. YouTube time slot is best for live.
If you think about buying a Pete Crow Armstrong, I would tell you to wait until the off season.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking any baseball move, I would probably wait till the off season.
But I just got this, and I'm happy, and I can't wait till it gets here.
You got what? Oh yeah, you showed me this.
I can't wait till it gets here. This is nice.
Are you going to grade it?
Yeah, I'm gonna grade that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really trying to find cards of these two, Julia and Stephanie Vicquer. So that's my move.
Jordan said he's rolling with the first Bowman.
I guess my answer was it depends on if you're a prospector or not. If you're a prospector, you want the first Bowman. If you're a true baseball, you probably want the top strong. Jordan, what do you think about this card right here? Tops now with Jordan Grace, Julia, and Stephanie Vicquer.
Do you think Ramirez in Cleveland is a future Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Yeah, he's something else.
Undoubtedly.
He's a player, man.
Oh,
What's his first name? What's his first name?
Jose?
Jose.
I'll show you something else as I'm on wrestling, which I'm researching right now. Trying to find a good value for. This case hit out of Chronicles. The Spectre main event case hit.
You picked this up?
I'm researching this case hit very closely right now.
Okay.
Because it's Rhea, it's Roman Reigns, and The Rock, CM Punk, Stone Cold are like all the big names on this insert list for this particular one. So it's not any newcomers. It's all, and I'm just researching, trying to find where these prices settle.
I got you.
I was very
Jordan,
skeptical.
Jordan says, so I believe that the first Bowman is the real chase card. If you are a true fan, it's the first card in the MLB jersey.
Yeah, I agree. But I was real skeptical of that card, not that particular one, but of that set. Because when I first started looking at it, somebody had like 10 of them for sale.
Okay.
Same sell on eBay. Like, how do you have 10 of these cases for sale? Like that seemed very fishy, all running auction at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it is Chronicles. But again, going where they ain't. It's not something that's graded heavily. And even though it's not a kaboom or a color blast, if they settle around 65 to 120, they'll be in a price range I'm comfortable paying for and grading and see what happens. You know, if I could pick up one every couple months, I'm fine with that.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I'm loving this.
I got sounds over here.
Loving this. Yeah, Brendan says Chronicles is one of my favorites. I like a hodgepodge of product.
Chronicles is where you get this from, which is one of my favorites, and it's the honor set. And I love this set. That's some really great images of all the wrestlers on this set.
Mm-hmm. Looks really nice. So if you had a choice to buy a card, would it be Curry or Otani?
What's the plan? Keep
Yeah,
permanent?
it's long term
Or-
move.
Huh?
Long term, something rare. Long term.
Otani.
That's something.
I'm saying Otani. Because you know what? Otani's going. Curry has 4 more years to play. Then you won't see much move until he gets into his Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Otani has 15 more years to play.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, he's good or not, you're gonna hear about him about that contract for the next 25 years.
Yep. I agree with you, man. I'm also over here looking at Jose Ramirez.
Or Ramirez is gonna be a Hall of Famer, yes. I don't know what his market is, but it's gonna be 300 something.
Mm-hmm.
So Jordan said that's too much for Chronicles. Okay, is it too much for Chronicles? What is it too much for Roman Reigns or Rhea Ripley? See, I'm taking the brand out of it, and that card, I'm kind of on the person who the card is. The man sacrifice.
Conte got man.
Who we sacrificing? Not me. But that's
Yeah, a
what
lot of decisions. There's a lot of decisions to make. If they are a hard case hit, yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's a lot of decisions to make, a lot of things to think about. But also go back to time value of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the time I have enough money for a couple color blasts, it'd have been she'd have 20 more case hits out. So like that balancing act for me. If I know I can get something, and then I'm still chancing on what it grades. That's where I got to be very like looking at these pictures and acting more pictures to buy. Again, this is all research because I'm not 100% sure on how the hit rate is for this.
Carlos played the Phillies today.
Yeah.
Won 8-4.
2 home runs by Ian Happ, a home run by Swansea.
So Jordan has the Pacers tomorrow. Let's see how this goes. You know what I'm saying? See how it goes. See my boy Haliburton hollering about. You gotta think. You gotta put in some work to beat out Rudy Gobert is overrated. You gotta put some work in, bro. That's not happenstance.
Oh,
That's not happenstance right there.
yes. I think it's time for that.
Jordan, you know you will hear from me tomorrow.
That is the wildest statement of the night.
You know you will hear from me tomorrow. Haliburton has to have at least one game when he has 20-25, right?
He needs to have more than one game for that.
Because Ant-Man had one game where he had like 38 or something, 36, something like that. Oh, you'll be at church. I'll leave you some messages so when you step out, you know what's happening in this world. It's all good. I'm here for you, man. Yeah, man, it's hard to find Jose Ramirez out here.
Mm-hmm. It's not a lot.
Somebody's stocking this stuff.
And I know Neil said it was a reason for that. Wow, he has to have a lot.
Neil has a lot of it?
No, so Neil is a Cleveland fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I've heard him explain why he doesn't have a lot of cards. There's not a lot of Jose Ramirez.
Interesting.
Hmm. 150 for Roman Reigns. Maybe auto at a 150. That ain't bad.
It's funny how this baseball has game one material, and sometimes it's still not a crazy price. Interesting. Well, Big John, I don't want to keep you
Hold
on.
on. I'm finding something. So
Brandon
just
said, never say Neo 3 times.
Yeah.
Like Handyman.
So just for Jordan, right? The Chronicles main event is a 5-card set. Hogan, The Rock, John Cena, Rhea Ripley, and Roman Reigns. That's why I'm looking at those case hit sets, because it's just those 5 wrestlers. And Rhea at a PSA 10 sells for $204 for $86, while Roman at his ungraded sells for $70 and is at a $375 PSA 10. I'm just looking at the arbitrage on that of what I can do to actually bankroll a card that I really want to get at the end of the year. Like that sounds like a better opportunity to move some stuff than it would be to go after a Rhea Ripley color blast or a Kaboom or something like that from her. Like her black color blasts are $1,000. So
What do you think about Jason Kidd going to the New York?
Going to the Knicks?
Yeah.
Could happen.
Yep, I can see it happening. I think he wants out of Dallas.
Yeah, I can see him one out of Dallas. I can see him one out of Dallas get away from that GM.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if going to a James Dolan team is any better, but from messy situations. But there's no chance they get Ime. No chance to get him.
No, I don't see it. Would you leave? I wouldn't leave Houston for.
Nah, I wouldn't leave Houston for New York.
Makes me wonder if vintage wrestling cards will ever command like any of the other sports cards.
Listen, John Cena's rookie card, paper rookie top rookie card goes for a couple grand and a PSA 10. And it's like $300 as a raw card if you can find it. There are some Hulk Hogan cards could go for 5-6 figures. So yeah.
I just wonder if Jason Kidd can take the scrutiny of New York.
Neither. Hey, but you want to know something I can't find on Target and Walmart shelves when I go in now?
What's that?
Squishmallow cards. Me and my daughter been trying to open some more, and I can't find them on shelves anymore.
You see them online?
Yeah, I got to order some from Target when we get back. But yeah, they're not. It's trying to find them in store right now. So somebody else is collecting them around here and buying them up around here. 'Cause I can't find them on shelves.
Somebody
And
else did
we
them.
should walk in them, and there'd be at least 5 to 10 of them on the shelf to choose from. I'm not wasting my money on the Monopoly blasters.
What happened with that? Some people used to argue me. What happened with that?
Mm-hmm.
I know people.
Theoretical 7-figure card.
What's the 7?
It says theoretical 7-figure card
Are we talking about wrestling?
for wrestling. It would have to be with something with. Oh, you know what? That's the Stone Cold and the Rock card that's coming out. That's both of them auto and inscribed dual auto 1-on-1. That may be strong 5 figures coming out, and with time in hell, could be a 7-figure card. I'm snoozing, Jordan. If Monopoly's asleep, I'm snoozing on it. You think it's 6 figures out the gate? I give me 6 figures out the gate, but if you hold it, it's 7.
Jordan said Monopoly.
I gotta figure out how to record sounds on this thing. Once I do that, it's over.
How you gonna make sounds or what you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a sound just for Jordan every time he disagrees with me.
Jordan never disagrees. Jordan, not Jordan Brown.
Man, that Rock Stone Cold 1-on-1. It's gonna be very interesting. You had some really high priced WWE 1-on-1s lately.
So Topps is no longer making the cards that had big league that have influences in it.
No.
How do y'all
We
feel
won't
about
get
that?
a top card.
What's that?
I said we're gonna get a Topps card, FD. I was hoping this would be our year.
So was I.
But you know what? I didn't get to it. Is the if they could say, hey, John, Big John, what brand would you want to be in? I was I didn't get to.
I don't blame you. Yeah. Oh, so San Diego got busy today, huh? 11-1.
Last thing before we get out of here.
What you got?
This is the card I want to get by the end of the year.
Let's bring it up.
Graded raw, I don't care. This right here, this John Cena card. Before he retires, I need one. I need two of these. One for me and one to flip. This is
Is this two different versions of the card?
this card right here.
The one for 79?
This is it's Flair. Huh. This is 120 MC. No, that's not it. That's a different version. It's this one right here, second one. That's his true rookie.
Okay. You want it graded or raw?
I don't care either way. I get it. If I get it, I'm grading it myself either way. So I'll take it raw and grade it. But that is my grail card for the end of the year.
Well, you know, when you set that plan, Big Jon.
It's not a cheap card. It's a hard card to come by.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a hard card to come by in good condition because it's paper. Before he announced his retirement, it was going for like 70 to 100. Well, PSA 10 is going for almost between 7 and 1,000. But it's such a hard card to gem. See if I can get the pop up.
Hey, before we leave, it looks like Shedeur Sanders is performing well.
Oh, it does.
Rolling with the second team. No more poor attitude talk, huh?
Oh, of course not.
Never
He in the
anything about
building.
it either.
Ain't no reason to kick him to drag him down now.
Mm-mm. You know Flacco is not going to play the whole season.
No. So that 2002 Flair Royal Rumble John Cena is pop 120. Is 12 PSA 10s.
It's
total population of 331. 120
total
PSA
graded.
9.
Total grade is 331.
Total grade is 331. PSA 10 is 12. 120 PSA 9s. 136 PSA 8s.
Wow.
It's a very hard card to gem.
It looks like it. Color to the corners.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like
last raw card. Last PSA 10 sold December 2027 for $1,300.
Yeah.
At each auction. And the one before that sold in July 2022 for $1,800. And the one before that sold in December of 2020 for $2,000. So like people with the 10s ain't selling it.
No, it's hitting on it. Brendan says, "You sure there's no eyeball food issue or something? What is that concern? Like The Rock has a bumblebee? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm still researching and trying to figure it out. But everything I see on that card is I know I want that card for me for my PC by the end of the year.
I think you will have that card, sir.
I mean, $150, that's not a crazy amount for me to put aside and buy or to sell and buy. But that is something I want for me and I'd rather buy other stuff and sell it than to just buy it find out right because that's just more fun.
Yeah.
But like, then I would love price it and take it to a show and be like, why do you have this PSA 9 for $400? Or like, look it up. You can't find it.
Yeah, when I saw the date, if I knew nothing, if I saw 2002 John Cena,
Mm-hmm.
I would kind of understand, and I would look it up and find out more. But
yeah, but the more I just research, looking like 12 PSA 10s of a 2002 card, 3% gem rate, and none on the market. If you somehow you get two raw, you get two PSA 10s of that, you put one, you name your price for one of them, keep the other one.
true. Big John, have you seen these Luka workout videos?
No, I ain't watching them. I care nothing of it. See you in October, sir.
8-9 years in.
So hold on, you know how you on your keto and your food regimen right now?
Mm-hmm.
See you eat when you're back in LA and you got street tacos and churros at your beck and call.
You say if I was in that situation?
No, I said we'll see him.
Oh yeah.
Back. Listen, you know when you go overseas, their food is so much better, so much more nutritious than ours.
Yeah, yeah.
We see you get back here and you got all the street tacos, the churros, the water burgers you want at your beck and call.
And don't forget the alcohol.
And the alcohol.
Luka.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's what FD thinks of his videos.
Awesome.
Awesome. My boy Luka. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to clip that up. That was time perfect. You say Luka and then it was the
Awesome.
Oh, where we at? Hold on, let me take a quick picture. Yeah, I cut this.
You got to clip that. It's just, Luka, awesome.
My boy Luka. And I'm going to put the exercise video.
Yeah.
Get it, boy. Get it. Get it, boy.
All right.
Luka trying to be MVP, dog. Big John, you know I always appreciate you, sir, being here. Everyone that's in the show, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I look forward to this all day.
Yeah, I look forward to it too, man. They already started that Luka going for MVP next year. Who said that?
Luka's on shade, so now he said, "Damn,
I ain't heard Luka say nothing. He want MVP. Here come the media hype for
That's
MVP
right.
next year.
Luka ain't got to work. I'll tell you this: every Luka fan I know, I haven't heard from in months.
Hey, what Brendan say? The casino never come out of gimmicks. Let me have somebody on ESPN say Luka going for MVP. We can throw MVP odds up for next year.
Yeah,
get people betting on something that ain't gonna happen.
What are Luka MVP odds?
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. What's the play? 156. Keep rolling.